As you all know, we are going to do things differently. Today's Q&A. I got a text from Andrew Garfield. Hello Ifeanyi, I've been watching your channel, I've been getting a lot of value from it. And what do you tell a person who thinks he's too young to start a business or venture into personal development or anything that is profitable? My parents says I'm too young to do all of this, that I should wait till I hit a certain age. Then it becomes, or it makes a lot of sense to start. First thing, Andrew, I will try to let you know that your parents, they love you and just telling you out of a place of love. They're not trying to stifle your potential on purpose. They're not doing it deliberately. They're not trying to limit you. They're doing it out of a place of love. That's what they've been taught by their parents, and in turn, they're teaching it to you. Studies show that welfare recipients are 4 to 5 generations behind. That is an outstanding statistics. When I read this, my mind went to perhaps why this is true is maybe because the individuals don't have inheritance to pass down to their children. That's why. But that might not necessarily be the case. The problem is they pass down the welfare mindset to their children, creating a progressive generation of welfare recipients. As you all know, your mindset controls your body. Your body is just an executor. Your mindset is the instructor. Before you clicked on this video, you thought about it. You thought about how much value you would receive from clicking on my content. Why? Because you've gained value in the past. And as you all know, your mindset is formed from past experiences and habits and environment as well. Past experiences, habits, and environment would remove habit because your habits are created by past experiences. So past experiences and environment. The only reason you can walk up to a door confidently, switch the doorknob, and you know it will open up to you is because you've done it in the past and it worked. And if it doesn't open up to you, you know it's locked. Your mindset. Mindsets are like software programming. If I pick up my iPhone and I click on the power button, it activates the device automatically. Now, regardless of anybody who holds up this phone, clicks on the power button, it will activate the device. So it's already a programming that is waiting for people or anybody to activate it. If you're part of this family, you understand that I have taught extensively that decisions decide destiny, and every single decision has consequences attached to them. The consequences have already been pre-programmed. So in this world, in this life, we are not at liberty to make or to pick consequences. We can only make decisions that bring consequences by extension. If I walk up to the summit of this building and I jump, chances are excellent that I would fall. So falling is a consequence that comes in honor to that decision. Jump. You can see now that the only reason I'm not falling currently is because I've not made the decision that activates that consequence. So therein, my friend, you understand this theory of mindset that is not as theoretical as you see, because your mindset, how you think, determines how you act. How you act determines how you act produces your results. Your result determines the quality of your life. So all these are intertwined, they are linked. That's why the Bible says, guard your heart with all diligence, because out of it are the issues of your life. Now, in this version, you substitute heart for mind. Guard your mind with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. That's why the devil of this world, the God of this world, have an assignment to blind the minds of people. Why is he after your mind? Why is he not after something else? You can now see why they heavily pushing propaganda and things that affects your mind. The devil is an ancient spirit. He has sojourned this earth for eons. So when he's coming to you, he does not try to attack everybody. He does not try to attack every single thing. His mindset is, what is one thing I can attack that will cause a ripple effect around this man's life, around this family's life? Let's attack his mindset. His mindset determines how he acts. How he acts produces his results. His results determine the ultimate quality of his life. So why should I attack the quality of your life? Why should I attack your friends? Why should I attack this? Why should I attack your job when I can just attack your mindset and you will self-destruct automatically? That's why mad people, when someone is mad, doesn't mean doesn't mean he's, how would I put this into words? Doesn't mean he's stupid in and of itself, but he's conscious of a realm that you're not seeing. So he's alive, but he's not useful to you because the solical faculties cannot interpret what makes for results. That's why when Jesus saw mad people, he always healed them. That is a statement. Because when you are mad or when something affects your mind, you are useless completely. If something happens to your hand, if your legs get amputated, unfortunately, you can still be useful to society. But once you are mad, madness is something that even Jesus agreed that you are useless. So, my friend, guard your mindset. You are trying to program that software in you, Andrew. You're listening to me. Resist that mindset. You're trying so hard to program the poverty, the slave mindset inside of you. And they once that thing is programmed in you, they leave you to self-destruct like the madman. So Andrew, believe in yourself. Don't resist that slave mind. That's the first one. The second thing I'll tell you is, Andrew, the fact that you are young or the fact that you're considering this is an indicator that this is the best time to start. When you're young, it's the best time for you to fail. It's the best time for you to take risks. You know why? Because there are no dire consequences connected to your failure. As opposed to a 40-year-old man who has kids, who has family members. And if this business, if this entrepreneurial journey he ventures in doesn't work, he and his family are fucked for that summer. That's the kind of position he's in. That's why very few people venture into the entrepreneurial route once they cross certain age because the stakes are higher. If this doesn't work out, his children are literally driven out of school if this doesn't work out. That's not the kind of gamble any parent would want to undertake, especially considering the future of their kids being at stake. So this is the best time to take risks. And having that kind of safety net doesn't mean you should be complacent or you should not give it your all. Actually, it's actually the opposite because you understand that your parents are going to get old, that this safety net is temporary. So you are doing every single thing in your power to maximize this opportunity because you know it's not going to be there for so long. To start taking action, this is the best time to fail. I want to tell you something, my friend, my dear Andrew. Imagine starting a business now. Imagine every single thing you will learn. The 4 years you would spend in school while doing your business simultaneously. Let's say it doesn't work out. Let's say by some alchemy that you are that 0.1%, you are amongst that 0.1% that it doesn't work out for. Let's say, but all the experiences that you would have attained from that venture will prove invaluable such that it will set you apart from your peers. As you all know, as an entrepreneur, for your business to go forward, you have to be better. There are so many skills, there are so many things you learn along the way. That's why I recommend everybody going out of their comfort zone to do something different. It's in the process of entrepreneurship or doing something better that you learn all about personal development. You will be so busy and immersed in what you're doing currently that the gradual burst of excitement from the progress you make daily would be better than the cheap dopamine you get from going through these hedonistic activities. You discover certain discussions no longer appeals to you. Petty things no longer bothers you. You are so busy that you forgot to smoke weed. You're so busy that you forgot to jerk off a Pornhub. You're so busy that those addiction melts like frost before sun. You do not learn a skill by learning that skill. You learn the skill by learning tons of micro skills along the way. You can't learn sales by learning sales. There are so many components that makes up sales. You have to get your body language in check, your tonality, your communication skills, your ability to pitch, how to be empathetic. Those are skills you learn along the way. You will be so busy, my friend, that you would forget to do certain things that you're currently doing. Instead of going out of your way, learning how to break an addiction, my friend, whatever you focus on expands. Focusing on the addiction itself will keep expanding. You don't have to fight certain things. You have to create a new model that makes the existing module obsolete. That is how you break addiction. And in going to doing something better, you break all addiction. Everything would melt like frost. This ties back to our discussion on using logical solutions to solve problems. Logical solutions have already been tried and they don't work. That's what anyone will try and do. Use psychological solutions to solve problems. Instead of making the train faster, make the ride more enjoyable, make the experience more enjoyable such that people forget the actual duration it takes. Put free Wi-Fi on the train or free meal, free something. There's something that happened recently and I've shared this example countless times on my video. I had a lot of tenants complaining that the elevator time is very slow. It's very slow that I need to increase the lift time. I got in technicians to, do the costing and see how much it would take to increase the lift time. Because of it's me, they slammed me some huge bill. I mean, a lot. I said to myself, this is solving the problem with logical solutions. This is what anyone will try and do. I looked at it from another angle. I understand that we humans are narcissistic by nature. So what I did is I floored the elevator with mirrors, floor to ceiling, filled with mirrors. So when the tenant would walk in, he would get lost in looking at himself and he forget the actual duration of the lift time. After that, the design, I got zero complaints whatsoever. Now you see how you solve problems. One costs pennies, the other costs millions of dollars potentially. To solve problems in your life with psychological solutions, not logical solutions. Andrew. One more thing I would like to add before we close, Andrew, is majority of Africans, especially Africans and Gen millennials, are not accustomed to speed. We as humans in general are not accustomed to speed. So when you see, and we attack it from two angles. The first angle being we are not accustomed to speed. When you see a young person, when you see a young person achieve certain things at a young age, you see a young person in a Mercedes, drug dealer, fraudster, he must have done something heinous to achieve this result. You begin to label people hate outrageous name and point fingers. But if you probe that young man, he will tell you he's the CEO of a rapidly growing manufacturing company. He's the developer of this, he's the developer of that. It's not all young people that are fraudsters. Majority of people are putting hard work and effort to get to where they are. How do you know? Let me recollect. So if you look at it from that angle, you still come back to the reality that most people do not like speed. Like they are terrified when they see speed. But a 50-year-old man who achieves success at 54 and a 20-year-old man, 20-year-old guy who achieves success at 24 is still the same time frame. But everybody would call him a fraudster and revere one as a genius because of the time frame. The time frame is still the same. We say, oh, age, with age comes experience. And I'm not disputing that. But my friend, I'll let you know that a wise person learns a wise person learns from his experience. An intelligent person learns from other people's experience. So there's so many materials that you can leverage on to gain the same experience as a 50-year-old man to expedite your journey. You don't have to watch a man fall into a pit and make that same mistake. You are the one who is twice as unwise because someone has failed for you and you went on to still make that mistake. You are a fool, in fact. So don't make mistakes that people have already made. Learn as much as possible, Andrew, and you'll be fine. Check quickly before we end it. Yeah, Andrew, I think we've touched on every single thing I want you to know. Mr. Garfield, I wish you the best of luck and I wish you succeed in your entrepreneurial journey. As always, my friend, it's a pleasure speaking to you. I'll see you in the next one.